So if you're looking to build an online business, or even if you have a brick and mortar business, but you have an online presence, there are three main key pillars that you'll need in order to succeed online. And I call them the trifecta of marketing, of successful, profitable marketing, that is. The number one is three main key pillars that you'll need in order to succeed online. And I call them the trifecta of marketing, of successful, profitable marketing, that is. The number one is personal branding. Number two is funnel building. And number three is community. All three together will skyrocket your business and help you to achieve the success and the long-term success and scalability that you require. So we're going to talk about each one of them. And I'm going to show you how I structure my business, including the funnel that I'm currently using today. So let's get to it. Okay, so let's start with personal branding. Personal branding is basically you as the brand, you as the business, your face, your character, your personality, whatever it is that is unique about you. That is what we're going to use to brand you online. Now, it's no surprise that a lot of companies use an individual or a personality to represent their business because they recognize that personal branding, that people connect with people a lot faster than they would with a corporation or a very, traditional type of business structure or an entity. People connect with people a lot faster. Now, sure, if you have millions of dollars to do branding campaigns and you're all over, you're on the radio, you're on the television, you're on cable, you're on billboards, you're all over the place. If you're just a brand without a personality, then you could get some traction. But let's face it, the majority of us don't have that kind of cash, and the majority of us would not be able to dedicate that much funding in order to perpetuate or build a particular brand that is a company brand. But instead, we can use a shortcut and we can brand an individual instead. Because if you think about it, a lot of companies online are actually turning to influencers online. Influencers who build their personal brand. Influencers who are able to connect with their audience. Now, it's important that you recognize that once you're building your personal brand, that you are going to be targeting a particular group of people or a target market or a niche, because not everybody would resonate with you. And that's totally fine, because the people who do are the actual people that you want within your brand, within your community, which we're going to talk about later. So your personal branding could look something like exactly what I'm doing right now. Building a presence online, on YouTube. YouTube is a free platform, obviously, and you can get a lot of mileage by building a personal brand. Also, a personal brand would go a long way in building your authority and your trustworthiness online. And that is what people would resonate with. That is what people would want to identify with as they decide whether or not they are going to do business with you. And so, obviously, I have my target audience. Not everybody would resonate with me, which is totally fine. You can't be all things to all people. You have to decide what your target market is, who would resonate with your message, who would identify with you as an individual, and then build your community around that target market. And so personal branding, very important. And as you can see in the trifecta, three circle, personal branding, I would say, is at the top. It's at the top left from my perspective, but it's at the top. And that's where you can start. The beauty about this is that anybody can start with personal branding because it doesn't require that much cost or investment upfront. You could just start a YouTube channel, kind of like this one. And once you've identified your niche or your market, your target market or your audience or what you want to talk about, then you can start building your personal brand by doing trainings or webinars or live events or just a simple YouTube video like this. And so personal branding, it's very easy to start. It is, you can start for little or nothing with YouTube or on Meta or any other channel where you can highlight your personality, highlight what you have to offer, and then making sure that you have your target market, your target audience, and your niche well defined. So personal branding is at the top of my list of one of the trifecta. All right, number 2 would be sales funnel, building your funnel. Now, obviously, after you've identified how you're going to present your brand, which is you are your company, you are your brand, then you want to have a system or a strategy to attract the people who would resonate with you as an individual and your message. And that's where a sales funnel will come in. Your sales funnel is a series of steps designed to move your audience or your target audience or your niche or your market into specific actions that you want them to take as you guide them through the buying journey or the sales journey. So you're starting from a funnel. If you think of a funnel, it's wide at the top. So you're going to have initially a lot of people, a lot of eyeballs, a lot of people coming to hear what you have to say, but not everybody would resonate with you. Some people will bounce, and that's totally fine. The second layer would be the mid-tier funnel, which would be people who are interested in what you're saying, but may not be necessarily ready to make a purchase or pull the trigger on whatever you're offering. And so those people are within the information seeking group. And those people are great because over time, as you develop your authority, as you develop your process and your identity and your personal branding, those people would eventually come around. And so the sales funnel is designed to capture those people, keep them warm. It could be an email list. It could be an autoresponder that would send out an email every now and then. It could be added to a newsletter or to subscribe to your YouTube channel. And that mid funnel would be kind of like the second tier. And at the bottom of the funnel would be people who resonate with you, who identify with you, and who love your personal brand so much so that they are willing to make a purchase. If you're an affiliate marketer, you make recommendations and they're more than willing to check out your recommendations. And so that's at the bottom of the funnel. And so it's important that you identify where your traffic is coming from, your target audience, who they are, what resonates with them in order to develop your specific funnel and the structure of your funnel. That is very important. And so let me show you an example of 2 funnels, kind of like a high level overview of the structure of 2 funnels that I use in my business, depending on where the traffic is coming from. So let's check it out. All right, so this particular funnel is specifically for my paid campaigns. Now, if you think about it, someone sees your ad, they're typing in, let's just say on Google AdWords, they're typing in a specific keyword into Google, looking for a particular a solution to a problem, and they happen to see your ad at the top of the page. They click on the ad. I would have my ad there. They click on my ad. They have no idea who I am. They've never heard of me before. They've never seen me. They have no idea what I'm about. So that would be the top of the funnel. And that is where I would want to capture a lot of those people. Because of the marketing spend, we have to justify the marketing spend by trying to capture the contact information, and in my case, the email address of the people who would have landed on my capture page. So I would have people land on my capture page. I would have an offer or kind of like a curiosity piquing headline with an ethical bribe or a lead magnet, something that someone would want to download in order to solve a problem that they may have. And they would give me their email address. I would give them, in return, I would give them that lead magnet, and we can solve a portion of their problems right off the bat. So that would go a long way in enhancing your credibility and authority online. So after they land on my capture page, if they like what they see, if it resonates with them, they would enter their email address, then they'll go on my email list. And from there, I can continue to follow up with them if they never take the next step. But my goal on this particular sales funnel or marketing funnel is to get people into my community where, and we're going to talk about community in a minute, where I can further provide value for free to solve additional portions of whatever problems that they may have. And so I have a value series. It's a series of videos designed to solve the specific problem that they were looking for within the Google search engine in the first place. And so this series would go a long way in building my personal brand because they can see my face, they can hear my voice, they can see what I'm about, they can understand the level of authority or information or experience that I have as a marketer for over 17 years online. And so this would resonate with a lot of people. So we're at the top of the funnel. Now, once they enter their name and email address and they go to my value series, they're in the middle of the funnel and they're going through each day. I will present one video, one course within the value series outlining solving that specific problem. And once they go through the course, if it resonates with them enough and they identify with me enough, then they'll take the next step, which is make a purchase based on the recommendation to solve even larger portion of whatever problems they may have. And this is how the funnel works. Traffic, paid traffic goes to my capture page. My capture page captures the email address. I can follow up with them. Sorry, let me go back. I can follow up with them. Then they get access to my value series, which would be the ethical bribe or the lead magnet that they would sign up for in the first place that would solve a portion of their problem. They go through the video series. Each day I'll present one. I'll email it to them so that we can continue and start that virtual relationship and build that rapport over time. And then obviously my main goal is to get them into my community or my hub, which we're going to talk about next. But if they don't make a purchase right away, that's totally fine because this is not my end goal. My end goal is always to get them into my hub or my community because that's where the magic happens. And so this is if I am doing a funnel with cold leads that is from a marketing on Meta or marketing on Google or Bing. But what about if I'm doing marketing on or building my personal brand on YouTube, which is part of what I do? That would be this particular funnel. Now, this funnel here is a bit different than the first funnel you saw. This funnel here, these are traffic from my YouTube channel. Now, think about it. People are on my YouTube channel. They're listening to what I'm saying. They're watching this video. Some of you may subscribe. You already know what I'm about. You can hear me, you can see me, you can understand what I'm about, and you can either resonate with me or not. And that is totally fine. So I don't need, in the previous example, to send you to a landing page because you already know who I am. You already know what I'm about. So what I will do instead is I want the people on YouTube that are watching me, whether you're a subscriber or not, to get enough incentive or incentivized to join my community because your community is the most important part of the trifecta. Your community is an independent platform where people can log in and they can have access to you, your courses, your strategies, and an extended version of your overall solution to their problem. And so this is where the magic happens. And so my main goal is to get people into my community, and whether they buy anything in the future or not is not necessarily my main goal at this point. My main goal at this point is to get you in my community. My community is, so let us go back for a second to the trifecta. At the bottom is community, and all of these three very specific marketing endeavor intersect. And in the middle is my hub. My hub is kind of like my island, my home, my community that is independent and separate and apart from YouTube or Meta or any other kind of groups or communities that may exist on social media, on classic or traditional social media. Because as you know, with social media, you don't own the content, you don't own the community, and you certainly don't have much control about what people do within your community. It is run by the algorithm of the social media platform that you are on. And so if you have a community on, say, Facebook or Meta, then Facebook owns that community, not you. You may think you do, but you don't. And so think about the millions of distractions on Facebook, on Meta. If you have a community, you have other people vying for your community members' attention. And it's really difficult to keep people ultra focused in what you have to say while you build your personal brand and while you take them through your sales funnel. If you have a community on Facebook or even on YouTube, which is a form of social media. And so, yes, YouTube is an important part of what I do. Yes, YouTube is a valuable source of driving traffic to my funnel, but it's not the end all or be all of my business or my strategy, because I don't own this channel. Even though this channel was started by me, even though I upload the content, YouTube owns the content. YouTube decides who to show in their algorithm and when. YouTube decide if they want to monetize you or not. YouTube ultimately decide whether you stay on their platform or not. And so what you want to do is you want to have an independent platform separate and apart from traditional social media, where you have control over who comes in and what they do when they're in there, and how you can just basically control the flow of information and content within your hub. You can provide value. And so that is important before we move on. All right, let's jump back to this particular slide. This is my strategy for my YouTube channel. And so I drive people from YouTube or from my videos elsewhere into my community. Again, I don't need to take them to a landing page because they already know who I am. They've developed some sort of virtual relationship with me already. They know they either resonate with me or not. And so I can ask you to join my community. And in my community is where the magic happens, because once you sign up to be a part of my community, then I can contact my community members at any time. I can give them access to my value series, and I can also give them access to all the other courses within my community for free to solve specific parts of whatever problem they're looking to solve. So in my case, I teach people how to do affiliate marketing, digital marketing, how to build an online business, how to be an online entrepreneur. And so all the courses about driving traffic and setting up your business and setting up your funnels and the trifecta of marketing, all of this is outlined within my community, and it takes you step by step through each one. You want to provide a transformation to people instead of just bombarding them with different courses or different offers or buy this or buy that. And so that is my community. That is my setup. And this works extremely well, because once you have people in your community and they see the value that you provide, they not only see the value you provide on YouTube and they're like, this is quite valuable information. If this is so valuable and it's for free and it's on YouTube, I wonder what it must be like in the hub and in his hub or community. And once they get within my community and they see all the value that I provide, they're like, wow, this is amazing. And so you develop that relationship. We can chat one-on-one. We can IM each other in real time. We can have video recordings. We can schedule time in order to walk you through and set up your business. Everything is available within the community. And so that is the message for 2025. I know it's March. Yep, this is March. We're way on the way in the year. And I just wanted to mention that if you're looking to start a business online, or if you have a brick and mortar business, but you want an online presence as well, then this is something that you need: personal branding, your funnel building, and your community, somewhere that you can reach your audience at any time without the added hurdles of the algorithm of YouTube and all of these other social media platforms. And so that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. but I also want you to join my community. So if you look in the description below, you'll see a link to apply to join the community. It's absolutely free for those who are serious about building an online business and becoming an online entrepreneur and being successful in 2025. So I look forward to seeing you inside the community, and I'll talk to you soon.